Right now at noon, flooding remains a concern as Tropical Storm Nicholas makes its way east after making landfall overnight as a hurricane. And checking out this season's bestseller or an electric bike. The new program's available to Madison Library card holders. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon. The Gulf Coast is dealing with the damage of another hurricane. Nicholas made landfall overnight in Texas. It arrived as a Category 1 hurricane. Rain is going to be the biggest concern with this slow-moving storm. More than 12 inches fell in Galveston and 7 in the Houston area. Roads across the region are flooded. Take a look at this video. It shows flooded streets in a town near where Nicholas made landfall. You can see a gas station topper was knocked over in the wind, and the storm surge has caused the streets to flood. Officials say the rain is only a fraction of what fell during Hurricane Harvey, but they are advising people to stay home.
And that way you'll be safe, and then you'll be helping out our first responders as well.
Nicholas is now headed for Louisiana, where thousands are still struggling to recover from Hurricane Ida. Opposite around here, pretty quiet. Let's head to the Weather Center. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast.
That's right. Much more of an opposite here as we're looking at pretty beautiful conditions for our Tuesday afternoons. We're getting things rolling for us. We do have some clouds in our sky cam as of right now, but pretty blue right behind it, and our temperatures are very favorable. 71 degrees as of right now. Not a whole lot of humidity either. Is very comfortable and a great way to get to our second day of the week. Now, as we take a look at our radar, not even seeing any kind of precipitation on site for us as of right now. And temperatures in southern Wisconsin, we're looking at 60s. It's already noon, and 60s are dominating much of the western parts of southern Wisconsin. As we're looking at 69 degrees for Boscobel, 63 in Viroqua, and 67 in La Crosse, we can see it's a little bit different of a story over into the eastern side, where Milwaukee and Kenosha are into the lower 80s. But as we take a look at our dew points throughout much of southern Wisconsin, again, we're not looking at much humidity at all. Pretty comfortable conditions for us as we're going in throughout the start of our afternoon, and we're not going to be looking at it to be getting much worse either. If anything, it's going to be better. We're looking at 75 degrees to be our high. Cool conditions and partly cloudy as well throughout much of our afternoon. But we're going to talk a bit more about what else to expect coming up, because we may have some rain chances at the back end of this week, Mark.
All right, we'll check back, Julian. Thank you. Milwaukee Brewers outfielder Ryan Braun shared some news with fans today.
Today, more than 14 years later, I have decided to officially retire as an active player.
Braun began his journey as a major league player for the Brewers. He's the all-time franchise home run leader, a 6-time All-Star, and was the National League's MVP in 2011. Braun plans to make an appearance for the last home game of the regular season on September 26th. Checking out an electric bike will soon be as easy as checking out a library book. Anyone with a Madison Public Library card will be able to check out a community pass, giving them access to the city's B-Cycle bike sharing program. Library card holders can check out a B-Cycle pass for a week at a time. Riders can also check out helmets if needed. Each library location in Madison will have 2 community passes available. We're just learning about a deadly crash in Monroe County. 2 people died when their SUV crashed into the back of a semi. The truck was broken down on the shoulder of eastbound Interstate 90 near Sparta. The SUV caught fire while it was under the truck. Both people inside died. Crews are still at the crash site today working to empty the damaged trailer. The United Nations fear millions of people in Afghanistan will run out of food soon, and many families have limited options. Ian Lee has more.
This market in Kabul is busier than usual. Everything must go. People are desperate, selling anything they can to feed their families. We have nothing, he says, and there's so much misery. After the Taliban takeover, work is hard to find. Money to buy food, even harder.
The people of Afghanistan need a lifeline.
And without help, the UN says up to 1 million children now face starvation.
1 in 3 Afghans do not know where their next meal will come from. The poverty rate is spiraling.
Many Afghans now stand in line for handouts. With winter approaching, there's a sense of urgency. The World Food Program says it needs $200 million immediately.
We need that money now to be able to buy food and to get the food into the country in time.
The international community has promised more than $1 billion in emergency assistance, but getting that aid to Afghans will take time, something else people there are running out of. Ian Lee, CBS News.
And Afghanistan was facing a food crisis even before the Taliban took over last month. A recent drought destroyed nearly half of the country's crops and sent food prices soaring. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken will answer questions today in front of lawmakers about the Biden administration's handling of the withdrawal from Afghanistan. He faced some heated questions during his appearance before the House yesterday. Blinken has defended the decision to pull out of Afghanistan and says the State Department did what it could to get all Americans out before the pullout. California's recall election day is here. Voters will decide if the current governor will keep his job or not, or if not, who will replace him. More than 8 million ballots have been cast already. Last night, President Biden rallied with Governor Gavin Newsom, saying the state's pandemic policies are at stake. Republican frontrunner and radio talk show host Larry Elder has vowed to reverse those policies. 2 weeks into the school year for most school districts, and hundreds of K-12 students and staff are quarantining in southern Wisconsin. State data shows more than 300 schools across the state have at least 2 active COVID cases, which prompts an outbreak investigation. 3 districts in Dane County have at least 50 each in quarantine, with the Madison School District topping the list. 45 people are sick, and 106 close contacts are in quarantine. Not all districts have public dashboard tracking cases and quarantines online. Wisconsin isn't alone in its school bus driver shortage, but the governor of Massachusetts now is coming up with a unique fix. He's using the National Guard to help drive kids to school. The governor there says he can activate up to 250 members to help around the state. In northeastern Wisconsin, Appleton's annual Oktoberfest and License to Cruise have been canceled for this year due to a lack of vendors and staffing in the area. According to a release, they saw a 50% decline in food participation vendors. They also note that because children 12 and under are not eligible for a COVID vaccine, organizers were worried about COVID as case numbers rise in the area. La Crosse's Oktoberfest, one of the largest in the country, is expected to go on. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
The latest economic reading on inflation is out, and a guaranteed seat at a show lies in the palm of your hand. I'm Diane King Hall at the New York Stock Exchange. All of those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now.
HD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry, with honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. Get the job done right with RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Has your home's roof seen better days? Does it have some storm damage? If it's time for a replacement, don't settle for less than the best roof and the best deal. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by only 3% of the contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance that you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor, and we take very good care of our customers.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and save. Get free installation labor, free financing for a year, and get a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hard-working families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry, now offering complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling with 0% financing. Everything you need to finish your dream project. Get the job done right with RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
The cost of living in the U.S. rose in August. According to the Labor Department, the Consumer Price Index edged up 0.3% last month, and annually prices are up 5.3%. Both numbers were less than expected. It could soon be easier for millions of renters with little to no credit to become homeowners. Starting Saturday, Fannie Mae will consider the most recent 12-month rent payment histories when lenders run their automated credit check. The mortgage giant will seek to get permission to check renters' payment records from their bank accounts or electronic services like PayPal and Venmo. If you own an iPhone, you'll want to update it immediately. Apple released an emergency software patch after researchers found a security flaw that could allow hackers to secretly install spyware on your Apple devices. That spyware can eavesdrop or steal data from your device. All of Apple's operating systems, including iPads and Apple Watches, are vulnerable. And hey, Alexa, scan me in. Amazon says it is launching palm recognition technology at the Red Rocks Amphitheater in Denver and other venues soon after. The technology, dubbed Amazon One, allows event goers to sign up to connect their palm to an account that will then just let them scan their hand at events. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Apple's expected to announce its newest smartphones today. The iPhone 13 series is rumored to have improved 5G chips, that is, a longer battery life and an updated camera system. Apple will also likely unveil the new Apple Watch and the next generation AirPod 3 at today's event. Well, it's often referred to as fashion's biggest night out. Last night, celebrities hit the red carpet as part of a smaller, more intimate Met Gala. Everyone from Jimmy Fallon to Whoopi Goldberg to the Kardashians attended. Some politicians also attended wearing political messages on their gowns. The event is usually held in May, but was pushed back due to the pandemic. This year's must-have accessory was a vaccination card. The gala cost more than $30,000 to attend and is the largest fundraiser for the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Wait for the review. Okay, let's move on. Let's look at stocks at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial is down 230 points. The NASDAQ off 13. The S&P 500 down almost 16. Well, it's starting to feel like fall outside, but a warm-up is expected for this weekend. Julian's got the details in your First Warn forecast coming up.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Keep tools, lawn equipment, and more protected with storage solutions from Menards. The 10 by 12 foot Arlington metal storage shed from Aero Storage Products is perfect for all your storage needs. With its 81-inch high gable-styled roof and corrosion-resistant galvanized steel, get peace of mind with the security and protection of padlockable sliding doors. Save 11% on all Aero Storage products at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Wednesday on News 3 Now this morning, we're previewing the First Lady's first trip to Wisconsin since the campaign.
We'll have more on where she's visiting and what her focus will be.
And in weather, we're helping you make a game plan ahead of rain that could impact parts of your weekend. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
News 3 Now and Channel 3000 put top stories and breaking news at your fingertips. Video alerts and forecasts, simple and fast. Download the Channel 3000 app today. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report as the humidity slowly fades away.
Oh, I'm telling you, this morning, even at 2:30 in the morning, it was sticky. My hair started to turn into a Brillo pad, so the summer heat is still around. Let's talk about that summer heat. It is allowing some of our Wisconsin farmers to move forward on the harvest. The latest update from the Wisconsin Ag Statistical Service shows that as of Sunday, 25% of our Wisconsin corn crop had already been chopped off for silage. Remember when I used the phrase silage? Imagine that as the entire corn plant chopped up for a cow salad. That's about 25% complete. 40% of our Wisconsin potato crop is also dug up. They had to slow things down a little bit when it gets very, very warm out there. Our potato producers don't want to bring those spuds out of the ground. So 40% of the crop already harvested. 86% of our potato crop called good to excellent. Got to keep an eye on these markets and what's been going on. Now, our grain trade is not so much the concern, although Illinois did see its crop ratings on corn drop 5% this week because of disease pressure. Around Wisconsin, we were talking about tar spot on our corn, so we've got our own issues that we're dealing with. Also, keep in mind that on Sunday evening into Monday morning, there was a big fire at the JBS beef plant in Grand Island, Nebraska. That really has tanked our cattle market and taken hogs down with it. Now, from what I understand, it shouldn't be a long-term shutdown. In fact, they may be up processing again today, but if for some reason that facility would not be able to process, they handle about 6,000 animals every day, so that is a big deal. Natural gas, if you are someone that depends on natural gas for the winter, analysts say be careful. Right now, natural gas is trading at an 8-year high, a lot of it driven by Hurricane Ida and the damage done to those petroleum operations in the south. And the price for that natural gas has rallied over 100% since March. So fair warning, if you have not investigated natural gas prices, maybe for fall drying, or definitely think about what you're going to need through the winter into next spring, talk to your supplier today, because that is something that could continue to see impacts with this next tropical storm or hurricane or whatever they're going to call it that could hit Texas and again back into Louisiana. Today, barrel cheese was up 2.5 cents at 148 3/4. 40-pound block cheese down 1.5 pennies at 180. Double A butter 2.5 cents higher. Closes the day mark at 182 3/4 per pound. But I don't like talking about natural gas this when we've still got 80s around Wisconsin, but we all know that we're going to need to rely on it sooner or later for heat.
Sooner or later.
This winter.
That's for sure. All right, Pam, thank you.
Yep.
Here's Julia now with the Look at Your Forecast.
Good afternoon, everyone, and the three things we're going to need to know is what we're going to start off with for today. We're looking at cool temperatures. Temperatures will be below and into the mid-70s throughout much of the next couple of days, but then as we head towards the weekend, we're looking for a warming trend, which is also going to be bringing in some rain chances as we head into Friday. Now, as we take a look at what we're looking at planning out the rest of our day, we're still looking very comfortable. Cloud cover is going to keep things really onto the not-so-sunny side for us, but we are still seeing plenty of cool conditions as we get into the afternoon and going into the evening. So if you haven't done your run just yet, well, the afternoon and evening are going to be perfect for it. We're looking at not a whole lot of humidity and some cool conditions for us as well. It's going to be quite the perfect day for a nice run. Now, as we take a look at our radar as of right now, lots of clear conditions throughout much of southern Wisconsin as we're getting our afternoon rolling for us. And then as we take a look at what we're going to be seeing, well, here's what we're starting to see for much of our surface map. We're looking at that cool air as that cold front has swept by, bringing in some of that rain from earlier this morning, but then we're going to be looking at another cold front that's going to be coming its way into the upper Midwest, which is going to be shaking some things up and keeping things on the cooler side as we go in throughout the rest of this week. Now, as we take a look at what we can be expecting for the rest of the afternoon, still going to be dealing with plenty of cloud cover. Those northerly winds will keep us cool. And as we see those 70s try to trend into the middle part, we're still going to be looking at going into tonight, some clearing as we go into our overnight hours, trending into our Wednesday. But as you can notice, it's still plenty of cool conditions for us as we go into our Wednesday overnight hours and even into Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon. We're looking for a little bit more sunshine, but still more or less still hanging into those middle 70s. So it's definitely going to be a perfect one throughout the next 24 hours. Now, as we take a look, we did have plenty of rain from yesterday as we had severe thunderstorm warnings throughout much of our morning. And as we take a look, this is what our rain stacked up for. We gained about 1 inch and 0.5 of rain from yesterday, but we are still below having a deficit over the total year of 10.5 inches of rain. And our best chances for seeing some rain is still going to be on Friday. Wednesday and Thursday are looking to be on the drier side for us, but as we get into Friday, we're looking for better rain chances. Not so much on Saturday, but a slight chance. But then as we go into next week, looking at a bit more rain chances coming back for us, which is good for the farmers. Now, as we take a look at our future track, this is where we're going to be starting to see when we're going to look at that rain chance. Once again, it's going to be around Friday, but that's where we're looking at it to be coming in and timing-wise around Friday night football. So that's where we're going to be looking at what we're going to be seeing our next chances of seeing some rain. However, for the next few days, as I mentioned, we're going to be on the drier side through Thursday. Once we get into Friday, we're looking at that chance of some evening rain. And then going into the weekend, we're going to be heating back up really quickly as we see those 80s popping up and even the upper 80s for Sunday. Then we're going to be holding on to those 80s for the next few days for us. But, Mark, it looks like that summer's just not going away just yet.
All right. Winter will be here soon enough. Thank you, Julian. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Our taste buds are headed to Amish country, so grab yourself a big glass of milk and join us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
I'm Kendall Richards from All Comfort Services. And like many industries, the heating and cooling industry is suffering from a shortage of equipment and replacement parts for furnaces and air conditioners. And it's affecting our area too. So no matter how old or recently you had your equipment serviced, we recommend scheduling a tune-up today, even if it's with a company other than All Comfort. To learn more, give us a call or book a tune-up today at allcomfortservices.com.
Loading. Deals engaged. Scan the code. Super hot deals. Activate QR code. Initiate savings.
High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. You can still enjoy our award-winning steak dinners with our new takeout and delivery service. We call it the High Point Steakout. Call in your order today.
You know, I've loved whoopie pies ever since I was a little kid. It all started when my family visited Amish country in Pennsylvania. We stopped at this little roadside stand where I got my very first whoopie pie, and it was heavenly. I still remember squishing out the filling of the 2 cake-like cookies and getting it all over my face. From that moment on, I was hooked. So if you're ready, let me show you a new twist on these. The first thing we want to do is combine a box of carrot cake mixed with some water, oil, and a few eggs, then give it a good mix. We drop spoonfuls of this on a couple of baking sheets and bake them off just like you would a cookie. Then while these cool on a wire rack, we'll whip up a filling, which is simply some softened cream cheese with butter mixed with vanilla and powdered sugar. Once it's fluffy, we smear the flat side of half of the cookies before topping with the remaining cookies. The key to a good whoopie pie is that you can't be skimpy when it comes to the filling. Whether you eat these one bite at a time or you squish the filling out and lick it, you can't go wrong. To get the recipe for our carrot cake whoopie pies, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with Kelly, who's loving whoopie pies as much as I do. And today we found an Amish-inspired way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. It is full speed ahead for little Siggy. The young pup is learning to walk, run, and play after a surgery turned her upside-down paws right side up. Jeannie Mose reports.
It's not easy for a dog to give you her paw, let alone walk when they're facing the wrong way.
We would call it paws upside down.
Meet Siggy, a rat terrier with a rare defect.
What a good girl you are.
Her out-of-joint elbows allowed her lower limbs to rotate 180 degrees.
Paws facing straight up rather than straight down.
But Dallas Dog Rescue Rehab Reform knew where to take Siggy to Oklahoma State University's College of Veterinary Medicine.
Siggy could muster a crawl of sorts. She was actually kind of walking on the tops of her wrists.
Dr. Eric Clary is the go-to surgeon who has fixed this rare problem before. Milo, the foxhound, had his operation in 2019. And once he had his pins and his splint removed, he was ready to learn to walk again. Here he is doggy paddling at swim therapy. His story went viral. His baleful eyes won him fans on TV, exchanging kisses with his owner from Oliver and Friends Farm Sanctuary. Siggy had her surgery back in May when she was just over 3 months old.
We actually had to break the bones high up in the forearm.
This was literally the pivotal shot.
That was the first picture ever taken of Siggy's paws in the correct orientation.
She also had temporary pins in her elbows and had to wear a splint for weeks.
Come see me.
Once the splint was removed, she had to build back muscle mass. Learning to walk again was no walk in the park, but she was happy to tread on the treadmill for treats. And now she can bound and chase a ball. She may never be a ballerina, but she is too cute. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
It's amazing what they can do these days. Modern medicine, Johnny.
I know, right? Got to thank modern medicine for that. What a gorgeous story. But as we take a look at our 10-day forecast coming up, we are looking for a cooler trend until we get in towards the back end of the week. We're looking at warmer temperatures on the way. 80s are coming back with more summer-like feels and a chance of some rain on Friday.
And we still need more rain, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
All right, why not? That's our time for now. Thank you, Julian. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 5 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.